again, everything that strikes me about this team isn't the Giannis performance, which again was insanely impressive. I just every single thing that he said through the finals leading up to it, the quotes, the humility quote that went friggin' viral about, the past is your ego and the present is your humility and all of these things. Can you imagine any single player or any superstar player on the Celtics saying anything remotely close to that? Again, and we talked about the parallel between Jayson Tatum's, interview with Gary Washburn and how the season unfolds. Like Giannis has that thing, and again, yes, he's 8 years in, and he's played with Middleton for a long time, and Tatum and Brown are 3 and 4 years in. But we talk about Tatum and Brown reaching the next level. They do that when they get the mentality of that 30-year-old NBA veteran who's like, "Fuck it, I'm tired of scoring titles or blah blah blah. I want to win." That's when they get it. They don't have it yet. They don't have it. You're listening to Tatum talking about like, look at my assist numbers went up. I should have made third team all NBA. Yeah, probably. Fine. Whatever. Shut up. Let us say it. Let us say it. The media will say it. These guys love you. They're going to be like, oh, as soon as Tatum didn't make the team, all of Celtics media, he was robbed. He was fringy. He's fine. He wasn't robbed. He was a fringe guy.
He was robbed. It was.
Come on.
Wow, his team went 500. Okay.
He's the only guy in the league that scored 50 points 4 different times this year.
God, are you as fucking?
He took another step as a facilitator. I mean, he was the only guy holding it together for long stretches of this year. Like he was extremely valuable to them. Plus,
Bobby was gonna get a cut. He's gonna get cut of that.
You got 3 centers on the teams. Like I don't like that either. Ultimately, you got to have the 15 best players in the league on the teams. I liked how they went out of positions in many ways with it, and he was on there. And again, you got to ask a question. Like, what's he supposed to say? I don't give a damn about the $30 million.
Ready? Here's what you say. You say, you know what? Stats don't really mean anything to me. Neither do individual honors or awards. The bottom line is we finished as a 500 team and got bounced in the first round. So whatever it is I did this year, it obviously wasn't enough to get our team to the next level. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to improve my game and I'm going to show everybody not only am I one of the best players, but I'm the guy who's going to lead this team back to the conference finals, back to the finals. That's how you answer the question. You don't say, look at my assists went up. That's not how you do
That's
it.
How you make the argument for the All-NBA.
No, I don't care, but everyone keeps saying he was asked the question. That's great, but there's a way to answer it, and there's a way to look like you're. And again, there's a couple of people in the chat making good points. This is how young players are. They're a little stat obsessed early. They want to be stars. They want to get in the club. They want to get to the All-Star game.
He's definitely fixated on his status. That's for sure.
Yeah, you want to get there. You want to get in the club. And once you're there, then you start to kind of reassess your priorities and say, oh, okay, I think I want to win now. They're not It's not there yet in a mentality or a mindset. Doesn't mean it's not going to get there, but that switch has to flip over. Like I said, you can be Giannis and do everything and decide you can go a fourth quarter without shooting until 2 minutes left and help your team. You could be Jimmy Butler. You could be one of those guys, or you can be, hey, look at me with my step back 3. That's great. There's plenty of both.
For sure.
But they got to change it. You got to get different things out of these guys.
Hey, this is comedian J.L. Covan, best known for his impression of Donald Trump. I'm going to be at City Winery in Boston for one night only, July 26th at 8 p.m. Hope to see you there.
I thought more people would be mad at me in the chat, and it's not happening. Also,
because I think they know you're spot on. I mean, look, it's like I said a few weeks ago when it was announced, or whatever, a month ago. There's a difference between being mad about the voting process and saying, this is BS. Like, no, I should have been on there. It's like, well, at the end of the day, like, aren't you more disappointed about the way the team got bounced out of the first round? And I'm not saying that
these are mutually exclusive things. Having your financial fortunes tied to
it shows where his head is at.
Yeah, but the way he's going to respond to that is rooted in that.
It's dumb. Having your financial $30 million riding on some freaking, pasty white rider in friggin' Indiana, making it dumb. Different story. Complain about the system, even though it was collectively bargained for. The rest of the stuff is don't talk about yourself. Don't do that. Let other people say it. Let other people say it.
You're not there yet.
I did love his performance against Spain on Sunday.
But
more glue guy, more passing. That's a different kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
But
see
again,
from him, and he's capable of it. Again, he's making steps, he's making strides. There's a mentality of growth that he's going to have to step into here, and I think a lot of your points are valid, John, in terms of him stepping into the leadership role on this team. What's the difference between him and Giannis? Tatum's drafted in 2017, right? Giannis has been going at this since 2013, and Giannis had a lot of missteps along the way. Last year, as recently as last year.
Giannis did.
Can I give another answer? The AAU coming up a different way, right? Not in the U.S.
For sure, that's the central one. Yeah.
Am I off there? I mean, if Giannis
not being treated like a star since you were 9, all of that stuff.
If Giannis had that same upbringing, maybe he joins the Heat this past offseason. Maybe he says, "Look, Milwaukee, I'm sorry, I gave it all I got, but this is it. I'm out of here." Like,
you saw that quote circulating.
Different upbringing.
Yeah. You saw the quote circulating a ton with Giannis, coming in. What do you want to be in this league? I just want to make the NBA. Like, even he's drafted 13th overall, and his stated dream on draft night was like, I just want to stick, man. Different sort of story. Like, guys.
You sent this thing over the weekend, John, of like, could Tatum do this? We'll see. Ultimately, I think if he really honed into that degree and gained that level of weight, and I know he's not Giannis' height, so that makes a difference here too. But there is a route that he can get to that level just with his talent, because what he doesn't have Giannis' size, he obviously has in the talent here.
Right.
But he's not a burden at this point for the Celtics. Again, he's so early in his development.
Yeah, that's not the thing. It's just when you think about how he's sort of expedited this growth, or however you want to look at it, in terms of him being able to go to so many deep playoff runs so early in his career. You sort of hope that he would get the overall picture by now, and he'll get there. Again, he's still young, but to John's point, I would have loved for him to highlight a couple of players on the team. Say, hey, we had a tough year. It's too bad I didn't make the All NBA. But shoot, I saw some growth from Romeo Langford, so I'm excited about that this upcoming season. Or hey, Aaron Nesmith had a really tough, he was robbed of a true rookie experience. So I'm gonna, we're gonna work together and make sure we're good to go. I'm gonna call these guys during the offseason. We'll have workouts going, things like that. That's a message that goes a long way.
Right.
From Tatum.
What did he say?
Tatum,
The quote was, "I guess I got blamed for COVID." Are you freaking kidding me? That's not the right answer.
Hi guys, Cedric Maxwell here. I want to take a minute to tell you about Marigold Medical. I'm used to keeping my body in great shape, but with arthritis, even the most simple everyday tasks became unbearable. As soon as I called Marigold Medical, I knew I was in good hands. No drugs, no surgery, just an experienced team of caring professionals that wanted to get me back to doing the things I love. Make the call to Marigold Medical and get back to pain-free life.